What's up, y'all, and welcome back to Found Bytes, a game review series. My name is Brian, and I'll be your host. If you don't know about us, we're all about testing out and finding small, high-quality video games. This is a podcast that aims to respect your time and money as a gamer and a consumer by sifting through storefronts and sales to find the gems that may be worth your precious resources. And this week is another Tales and Sales episode where we do a quick rundown of some first impressions for 5 small games, and then highlight some games from our discussion catalog that are currently on sale on major platforms. So without further ado, let's jump right into some tales, and let's talk about a game called Shattered, Tale of the Forgotten King. This is a game that's available on PC, Switch, PS4, and PS5. It is a third-person action platformer, kind of like a Souls-like. It's maybe branded that way. I've put in about 2 to 3 hours on PS5. There's definitely some depth in terms of item and equipment, certainly right out of Souls-like games or Death's Gambit. There's a lot of items with descriptions and things like that. The colors are kind of drab, and it's got a kind of desolate aura, kind of like Blue Fire, which is a game that I wasn't too high on, but it does have some mysteriousness, like in the dialogue and whatnot, that kind of wants me to dig in a little bit more. I will say the world feels a little bit empty, and it's a bit slow. Definitely the story is unfolding slowly, but mechanically it's kind of slow, like the dodging and the combat. I really want to like this game. I like the presentation of it. I like the depth of things, but I don't know if I'm going to keep playing it because it cannot invert the X-axis. It is a third-person game, and I'm a stickler for being able to invert both X and Y axes, but for some reason, only the Y. I don't understand games that do that. Maybe it's just me. Maybe I'm crazy. So I'm not sure that I'll get into this any deeper, but if you're into Souls-likes and you think this looks interesting, maybe check it out. Next one is a game called Coffee Talk. This is available on PC, Mac, and consoles. This is kind of a narrative/visual novel game with some light puzzling, because you are like making coffee for people, so you might have to do some deductive reasoning. I put in about 3 hours, maybe a little more. I've been playing it with my wife, and she's been using her PSN, so we're kind of using it. It's cute. It's interesting. It's very reading heavy, dialogue heavy. Some of the dialogue is a bit overwritten, I feel. The characters are just like kind of talking in circles or really belaboring their points sometimes, and it can be a bit exhausting to have to read through it. Definitely a lot of odes to Japanese culture and different tropes, even in like facial expressions and visuals and things like that. I think it's a pretty simple game. It has high accessibility if you're someone who doesn't like to play like skill-based games and you like stories or getting to know characters. I feel like it's low challenge, but I also think that because of that, it's kind of lacking in gameplay depth, so not sure how much I'll go into this further. Next up is a game called Serial Cleaner. This is available on PC, Mac, iOS, and all major consoles. This is a stealth game that has kind of an arcade progression. I put about 2 to 3 hours in this on the Switch, and it's kind of like a top-down level maze type thing that you have to get through. The arcade aspect comes in because after you're done, like, you get a grade for how you did in the level. It's all about avoiding detection. Basically, the premise is that you're cleaning up murders, so it's almost like you're Harvey Keitel in Pulp Fiction. Like, your job is to like vacuum up blood and get rid of bodies. It's pretty hilarious how it works out. But a lot of similarities to 2 different games that I've played before, one called Volume and one called Time Lie. Time Lie we actually talked about on Tales and Sales episode, but where you kind of have to solve this puzzle or figure out how to get through this level, and then when you do, it's like you're graded on how quickly you did, how many times you were seen, things like that. I think the pacing in this game is good, and how they introduce new mechanics. It's really good, and some interesting things that you'll be doing. I think this is great for a handheld. I think this is great to play a level or 2 while you're in bed. That's why I think it's great on the Switch, so I definitely recommend this game. Next up is a game called Moonscars. This is available on PC and consoles. This is a 2D action game. It's a Souls-like. I'm going to be honest, I put in less than 1 hour in this game, and I've been playing it on PlayStation. Story, the intro, kind of basic, a bit groany in a lot of aspects. Very similar to Slain, Back from Hell. Not a game that I was really into. Kind of simple gameplay. Overall, at least in the first hour, it seems kind of uninspired, especially in a landscape where there's so many Souls-like games, so many 2D Souls-like. It's really tough to compete alongside games like Blasphemous and Death's Gambit. So I might come back to it. I saw some of the reviews online. A lot of people seem pretty high on it, and it seems like there's skill progression, kind of a skill tree. So I might get back to it, but I gotta be honest, like with games like this, there's just so many of them, and I think there are a lot more of higher quality. Next up is a game called Raji, an Ancient Epic. This is available on PC, major consoles, and on mobile. It is kind of this top-down action-adventure game. I put in about 2 hours a while back on PlayStation. It's kind of this strange cross between Transistor and like Prince of Persia, where like you're in these mini arenas where you have to beat all these enemies and then you can progress. But the Prince of Persia aspect is kind of in how the story's told, like the story's being told over while you're playing it, so it's almost like you're reliving it. The moveset is pretty basic, but you do get some powers. I feel like in the combat arenas, it can be a bit button mashy at times, and it's like you're constantly just dodging or like go in to hit and then you have to dodge, go in to hit and then you have to dodge. So it's a little repetitive in that way. I wasn't a big fan of the camera control. The distance from the character that the camera is really far, and that can sometimes make it difficult or feel like I'm missing detail there. I do want to get back to this game. I know this was given a lot of awards for like best indie game at different showcases. I really love the art in this game. I really love the music, and I think the story is very unique. Believe this comes from like a Hindu or indie lore perspective. So really interesting there because you really don't see a lot from that. All right, let's move on to some current sales. And let's start with PlayStation Network. There is currently a summer sale that ends on August 16th, and it was just updated last night with more games. So as of publishing this episode, it is Wednesday, August 2nd in the afternoon. So let's start with Inscription. Inscription is an episode that we did a while back, roguelike card game, but like a D&D sim. It's really interesting. That's on sale for $11.99. Witchwood, a recent episode, is available for $12.99. Death's Gambit, we did a while back, and we just talked about Souls-likes. Death's Gambit is available on PSN for $12.99. Wintermore Tactics Club, great role-playing game, tactics game. That is available for $4.99. That's a great deal there. The Pathless is available for $15.99. I believe that's the lowest price I've ever seen the Pathless, because I think it's like a $40 game. So $15.99, that's a great deal for the Pathless. Really great game. Citizen Sleeper, which was our previous episode, that's available for $15.99. I think it's the same sale that I actually bought and played the game on. A Short Hike is available for $5.19. Really great game, really kind of slow-moving, go at your own pace adventure game with a lot of character, a lot of good dialogue. Grime, speaking of Souls-likes, is available for $18.74. That's a game that I have not finished and I really want to get back to because I think towards the end of the game, a lot of perspectives really change and I'm really interested in that. Sparklight is a previous episode that we did. Really cool, top-down, kind of Zelda-like game, is on sale for $3.74 right now. Trigger Witch is on sale for $5.99. I really like Trigger Witch the more that I think about it and kind of have moved on from it. I really enjoyed that, and a lot of similarities to an upcoming episode that we're going to have, but I really like Trigger Witch, so check that out for $5.99. Lamentum, great pixelated survival horror game. That's on sale for $9.99. Really good stuff there. Morbid, 7 Acolytes is on sale for $3.74. Dandara is on sale once again for $3.74. So 2 really good games there on sale for like $4. Really quality bang for your buck there. Coffee Talk, which we just talked about, is on sale for $13.99. Hotline Miami Collection. I would be beating the drum for these games for a very long time. That's on sale for $4.99. $5 for Hotline Miami 1 and 2. That is the best value you could possibly get. Golf Club Wasteland is on sale for $1.99, although I'm seeing it renamed as Golf Club Nostalgia, I believe on Steam, so a little confusion there, but really great 2D golf game with a lot of character, a lot of story in there, so really great game there for $1.99. Through the Darkest of Times is on sale for $7.49. That's a game that we did an episode on way back about sort of the Holocaust, like this tactical RPG, really innovative stuff there. The Phoenix Wright Trilogy is on sale for $9.89. I wanted to shout this out because I had never played these games, and I got these because my wife is starting to play some games, and she really liked this, and we kind of played it together. It's super Japanese, but like heavy deductive reasoning, story-based stuff. Like you're an attorney, you're doing court cases, so really great value there for 3 games for $9.89. Axiom Verge is on sale for $7.99. Big shout out to Super Metroid. A lot of inspiration from that game for this. Darkwood is on sale for $7.49. Darkwood, we've talked about before. A top-down survival horror game, resource management, really bone-chilling, great game. 2064 ROM, Read-Only Memories, is on sale for $4.99. Great game there. Serial Cleaner, we just talked about, is on sale for $2.24 on PSN. Really great game if you just want to pick up and play, do some levels. The Amazing American Circus is on sale for $4.99. That's a game we talked about in a Tales and Sales episode. I'm still interested in this game. It's super unique. I really like the tactical aspect of it, the resource management. I think it's a bit too much at times, but I want to give this game another try. So maybe if you check that out and look it up, maybe you might like that too. All right, let's move on to Steam. And for Steam sales, we go to specials. And what I do is I take the slider for the price and drop it down to under $20. And then I scroll forever and ever, and hopefully I find some games that we've talked about before. So let's start with a game called Undertale. This is on sale for $2.99. This is a super popular game. It's very obscure. It's this role-playing game, this turn-based battle game that is just oozing with all kinds of complicated things. Visually, it's pixelated, but there's just something so unique about this game. It's really interesting, so I highly suggest you check that out. A Hat in Time is on sale for $14.99. Fantastic 3D platformer. Grist is on sale for $3.74. We've talked about Grist in a previous episode. Witchwood is on sale for $5.99 on Steam. A Short Hike on sale for $4.39 on Steam. Skull, the Hero Slayer, great 2D action roguelike game, is on sale for $10.99. Bug Fables, the Everlasting Sapling, is on sale for $9.99. I love this game. Big shout out to old school Paper Mario RPG games. Citizen Sleeper, our previous episode, is on sale for $11.99, so cheaper on Steam than PlayStation. Raji, an Ancient Epic, we just talked about, is on sale for $8.49 on Steam. Child of Light, we've definitely talked about this game. Great storybook, turn-based role-playing game, beautiful visuals, is on sale for $4.49. And Greek, Memories of Azure, is on sale for $9.18. But I believe that's the deluxe edition, so it might come with like a soundtrack. Either way, $9.18 is a great price for Greek. And then finally, Switch sales. And for this, we go onto the eShop and we click Great Deals. And remember that each of these games has a specific number of days left on sale, and I'm marking it from the date of publishing this episode, so that would be tomorrow for me, Thursday, August 3rd. How many days are left on sale? Not many for Switch that I saw. But first up is a game called PID that we talked about in our Tales and Sales episode. PID is an interesting 2D side-scrolling platformer. Really innovative gameplay here. It's a bit of an older game, but I'm surprised to see it come back on Switch. But I really enjoyed it. That's on sale for $1.99, only for another day. So definitely check that out if you're interested. $1.99 is a great price. Under Dungeon. Constantly seeing this game on sale. We did an episode on it. Love this game. Old school, black and white, dungeon crawler, top down, ode to Zelda. That's on sale for $1.99 for the next 4 days. Jump on that, although it'll probably be on sale again for $1.99. Severed is a game we've talked about before. That's on sale for $3.74 for the next 3 days. Severed is originally a Vita game that uses the touchscreen to like swipe almost like a Fruit Ninja, but it's a really interesting kind of adventure progression, how you go through the game. So shout out to that game. Definitely check that out. Morbid is on sale for $4.99 for the next 11 days. Timelie, we've talked about before, is on sale for $4.99 for the next 11 days. Timelie is great for Switch, very similar to Serial Cleaner that we just talked about. Origami is on sale for $7.49 for the next 11 days. Origami is an absolutely fantastic stealth third-person game. Really ashamed to hear that studio had closed, but shout out to Origami, so check that out. And finally, Lamentum is on sale for $6.39 for the next 10 days. And that will wrap up the Switch sales, and that will wrap up this episode. So stay tuned for our next episode to see what new games we found for you.